14 podcast. And now the end is near. The Blue Jays need some Hawk Tua. Hawk Tua. That's what the Jays need. This is Avery. How you feeling, man? I'm in shambles. I'm in shambles, dude.
Yeah, you should be, dude. We stink. We didn't win a Johnny. We didn't win a baseball game this week. The whole week we didn't win a baseball game.
Oh,
I guess that does bring the question, one that I hate to have. What day does the week start? Because if it starts on a Sunday, they won one game this week. I don't think
no, we're saying Monday it starts.
they
So
didn't win a
tomorrow.
fucking they didn't win a baseball game this
Yeah.
week. Um, Brother, it feels like the beginning of the end for.
It really does. It's sad. It's sad. And I'll riddle off a quote here from True RGM. We're going to do a True RGM quote of the week. You can find him on Twitter at True RGM. Sometimes life doesn't give you what you want, not because you don't deserve it, but because you deserve more. A beautiful quote from True RGM, and it was just that's the only thing. That's the only way. I just keep spin zoning it. The vibes are at an all-time low. I can't imagine, Avery, being on that flight from Cleveland to Boston. Like the
They should
vibes
have
could,
to Uber there.
yeah, they should make them go like McCook mode. McCuck. Take a team bus, team charter. We're busing to
God,
Boston, boys.
dude. How did we get here?
I'll tell you how we got here. We got Kevin Kiermaier in the lineup, hitting 180. George Springer, the corpse of George Springer in the lineup for another 2 seasons, by the way, who is hitting, I believe, I don't know, 180. I don't care. I'm just making up numbers now. And it's just the vibes are at all-time low. We got a trade chip for us, a top prospect getting popped for fucking PEDs. I mean, the vibes here. This season will be a swear word in my household when I have children. If I have kids, it will be a genuine swear word. Like if my son or daughter turns into being a massive Jays fan, I'm going to say, we got one rule in this household. You never fucking bring up 2024. Okay. You never say that year ever. Never even bring it up. It's unbelievable, Avery. I'm in hell.
Yeah, I tried to take my weekends back into my own hands. Like, don't let your baseball team ruin your mood. So I went to the cottage Friday. My
Yeah.
girlfriend, great time. Decided, we were out dinner. Jay's game started. Put it on my phone while we were eating dinner,
Oh
which,
no.
which she doesn't love. But she's a trooper, man. She's out there.
Don't do
Uh,
that, Avery. That's how I kind of lost my last girlfriend. Do
she,
not do that.
but it's our job. Like, it's different than you're just doing it for fun. It's not
Yeah.
like we're gambling on Rockies Nats and doing that. Then
Yeah.
we'd have a talk, but she understands. 7-1. She's like, okay, well, we're gonna watch the Oilers game when we go home, and we're gonna have fun with that. Saturday, same shit. Today, good start, really good start, and then it was dead again.
Terrible finish. All Swedish, no finish, as the kids say. I had a great weekend. I mean, we'll go into weekend talk because honestly, man, there was really not much to talk about with this team. So we're just gonna this is gonna be an all
No,
vibes
no,
podcast.
I think there is a lot to
There's
talk
a
about.
lot, but it's like this is gonna be an all vibes because I don't want this to be a loser post.
Well,
A
this is
loser
a
post
loser. This is a loser post. Last weekend, we tried not to do that. Or no,
Thursday.
last episode we tried not to loser post. It's dude, it's eating at my brain. Rebuild, sell the team, not sell the team, sell all the players.
Yeah.
It's eating at my brain, and I'm trying to just keep it off, fend it off. But
Yeah.
every day we watch this team, it comes more to the forefront.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, but like I said, before we go into loser posting, let's talk about our weekend. Obviously, you golfed with the girlfriend I saw. You had a good weekend. I had a great weekend. Again, no free ads, but rendezvous in Toronto is
Isn't it rendezvous?
I if that's actually a really cool wordplay, if that's what it's called. That place absolutely rocks. I went
It's
there
just
with the
it's the outdoor place, right?
Yeah, it's the outdoor place. Overlooks like there's no condos yet in front of the CN Tower for that view. So you can
Yeah.
see the CN Tower. All my guys out there going to take girls on dates, you take them to this spot. It is the most romantic spot on the fucking planet. Okay.
What goes on there? Because it's really close to where I'm at right now. Like, I know where it is.
Yeah.
What goes on? I thought it was
It's
just
just
picnic tables and a big screen.
picnic tables, big screen, and then in the night they have these little like Christmas lights type of thing, like all over the place. It's actually
So
it's
so
really
that's
cool.
like Midwestern bar type of thing.
Yes, yes. So I went there with my good friend Alex Jackson, who I've known for like 15, 12 years probably, and then our other friend PB. I don't know if she wants her name being said on the podcast, so I won't say the name. We went there. I went full beauty mode. I bought every fucking drink that was even ever consumed. Actually, she bought a
What
couple, but we were.
what did you run it up to?
I have no idea. I didn't look. I didn't care to look. But no, it was a great day. And so we did that. Watched the Oilers game. By the
Well,
way, our Edmonton crowd, shout out to you guys, man. I mean, listen, if you are from Alberta or an Edmonton Oilers fan, you can't complain about the Blue Jays. Sorry. Sorry. You don't have that free will to complain about the Blue Jays. Your team just is on the brink of coming back down 3-0, which hasn't happened since 1947, I believe they said it was,
yeah,
like where they
The
won.
Leafs did it, right?
Yeah, yeah. When there was three teams in the NHL, Mickey Mouse Stanley Cups for the Leafs.
Yeah, and
But
one of them was the fucking University of Guelph Griffins were basically playing in the league.
yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So congratulations. I mean, hopefully tomorrow they pull it through
Dude,
because
I'm
it was.
pumped. I'm pumped to watch tomorrow.
Me too. Me too. I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a stream. We'll have some Oilers fans like pop
No,
in. Like,
let's do a dual stream. We'll
yeah, it'll be
watch
a
the
dual stream tomorrow. Dual stream tomorrow. Dual stream
Leafs,
tomorrow.
or sorry, not the Leafs. Jays game's on. We'll watch that, and we will co-stream it with the Oilers game.
Yeah. So we'll go into the night that. So then I went to Paris, Texas, to meet up with like Liv, Natalie, Haley, all those people, Alto, Curtis, and Alto wasn't there, sorry. And so I'm at the bar at like 2:30 probably, and this tall, handsome lad comes up to me and he taps me on the shoulder and he goes, John, he's like, gate 14 for fucking ever, dude. He's like, I fucking love you. But this isn't the tire pump here. I he's then talking to me and I'm like, oh, like, what do you do, dude? He's like, oh, like I'm in the show. And I go, like you play in the NHL. He's like, yeah, like I'm in the show. And I didn't recognize him. I didn't know who he was. And I was just like, oh, that's cool, man. Like you're in like the AHL, right? Like you're in the AHL. He's like, no, like I am in the show. And I was dead set on him to say he plays in the AHL. And he's like, no, I play in the show. So, anyways, I leave. I check my DMs on Instagram. He DMs me, gate 14 forever at like 3:30 in the morning. And I click his profile and look at his name, Luke Evangelista. And I Google search him. And I'm like, he played 80 games in the show last year for the Predators, and I was trying to pigeon toss him from the bar. I was like, "Oh no, you didn't play in the show." Like, and he was, and yeah. So, anyways, I didn't realize like we followed each other, and he's just nasty. Like he was a captain of London Knights. He was there with Max McHugh, I believe, who did the Michigan goal in the OHL. He's a big time. He's a prospect for the Blue Jackets, I think. I don't know, but I was just pigeon tossing this guy, and I feel terrible. I'm gonna try to get him on a live stream here. He's a massive Jays guy. Like we talked about the Jays for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So it's cool. I didn't mean to alpha him like that, but podcasters, alpha pro athletes, they want to be us. We want to be them. That's just what it is. But it was just, I was dead set on telling him like, no, dude, like you're not like, oh, you play in the A. And I asked his buddy too, Max, who was still at London Knights. I was like, he's in the AHL, right? And he's like, dude, he was the captain of London Knights last year. He plays in the show. He had like 16 tucks as a rookie. I was like, oh, all right. Well, shout out Luke Evangelista, absolute legend. What a guy! And we're gonna get him on live stream or something like that. But just an absolute beauty. So I don't know if I could do Paris, Texas anymore, man. It is so packed. Like you can't walk
That's
anywhere.
that's where I got to with it. I'm about out. I go because it's so close
Yeah,
and it's very convenient, but
yeah.
you might have helped kill it. Like it was gonna get big on its own. You talking about it all the time might have helped make it too busy for you.
Yeah, no, it's a good spot. It's a good spot. It's just man, like they gotta learn capacity limits. And like that is crazy. But yeah, it was a good weekend. Then Saturday we went to Dog and Bear today for my buddy D Flow's birthday and uh bar of the year. I actually wanted to go full Buddy the Elf and walk in and say congratulations, guys. Walk up to the owner. Gate 14 bar of the year. Congrats, guys.
We
But
should have given them an award or a
we should
shirt.
have. We should have just walked in one day and just gave him. We can still do that, I guess, technically. But I'd love to give him an award. But yeah, it was just a good weekend. And listen, we made this very clear on the podcast. Enjoy your weekends. All right. The Jays got
Oh,
dog walked all weekend. Got just absolutely worked. So I enjoyed the weekend. Get the alerts on my phone. Maybe watch a couple innings. Once it got out of hand, I just turned it off. And that's the best thing to do. It's like it's that toxic relationship where you just got to know when to walk away, right? That's what the Blue Jays are right now.
Yeah, I was in a bad spot. I was so we one of my biggest pet peeves, cart path only on a golf course.
Yes.
Um, so my buddies were walking. I was gonna cart so I could watch the game as well, and then it was cart path only. I said, no, I'm just gonna walk with them. So I had the game on my phone, watching the blow up today, like on the fairway. I had the phone down so I could watch everything. It's just like, man, I can't believe they're doing this to us right now. It
It's
feels horrible.
a sad day.
Vlad and Horwitz wanted to play this weekend, and that was about it.
That's about it, actually. Really, it's really kind of about it. But before we go into that, let's go into some of the Blue Jays around the horn. Some news: Arelvis Martinez popped for PEDs, and I've made this very clear on the podcast. I do think every single team should have a designated steroid guy. I think that'd make the game cooler. If you're gonna dejuice the baseballs, just
Juice the players.
juice the players. Like dejuice the balls, juice one player. And the Jays had their designated guy, and it turns out it was for fucking. I believe it was. I'm not sure what it was for. I didn't do the research on it, but apparently it's for like fertility. It's hard. I guess it's. I don't know how biology works. I took high school biology at McCook, so not sure how that goes. But I'm pretty sure 22-year-olds maybe should be a little bit easier to get pregnant. And Zoob's made a funny joke. Avery, do you remember the joke he said?
No, I don't.
Uh,
Oh, the Vlad. It was
yeah,
funny.
he's like, he, Orelvis Martinez got pressured from Vlad for not having 4 kids by the age of 22, so he decided to take fertility. Fertility.
Fertility's sad for some people. Like it is a serious thing, but like
It is.
he took a drug where like maybe he was trying it for something because it was a testosterone boost, I believe, which was
Yeah,
going on.
yeah,
That was the thing that would happen. So I'm not gonna chirp if it was actually for fertility reasons.
yeah. No, if it was for that, like, I will not chirp the fact that it was for fertility. I will chirp the fact that he didn't check with his fucking with literal the doctors that the Blue Jays have access to and be like, is this a banned substance? He just took it just to take it.
Yeah.
That's the problem I have with it.
Yeah. And you don't know if he was maybe even taking it for something else as well, like if he tried to do that. So he put himself in an interesting spot. Really funny looking back on it. What was the words that John Schneider used on set? Material change or something like that about him not playing the next day. Could he have played Saturday?
No, I don't think he could have.
Okay, so
I
he
said
was
that they said that's when Arelvis walked into the clubhouse and told Schneider about it, I believe, and ownership.
he had to tell Schneider about it.
I believe that's what Ross Atkins said. Like, we were told by Arelvis.
What? Why does the
Yeah, listen, it's a crazy situation because I truly do not know why he tried. Like, he played Friday, got his first career hit, career 333 hitter now. Congrats. And that's it. Like, we're not going to hear about him till September. Like, just a weird situation. I don't really know.
it's not even good for the Blue Jays because we didn't get any of his best production in the major leagues.
Nothing. It's quite literally a worst case scenario.
Yeah.
The guy got popped with minimal production in the league, like literally a singular game.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like
he had one single and what, an error or a
yeah,
bet.
yeah, and an error at second.
No, that's funny. So not Glenn, BK made a interesting thought. I'm starting to think that Arelvis, like the Blue Jays might have known or something, and they called him up. So because if he was in the minor leagues, it would have gone into next season, his suspension. So because he's in the big leagues, he can still play at this point. But I don't think there'll be minor league games, but he can still play in the majors after. Very, very funky timeline with how everything went on. But Bo went on the IL at that point, and Arelvis got called up. If he's lying about why he took it, shame on him for it.
Scumbag. Yeah,
Yeah,
scumbag.
but we'll never know. Like, hope can't chirp that much. You just
Not
got
to go full
you're a
tinfoil.
professional athlete. You have to know what you're putting. Like it's one of your requirements. You got to know what you're putting in your body.
Yeah, and not to go full tinfoil hat mode. His dad is 100% on steroids.
His dad is
No,
massive.
his dad, Arelvis Martinez's dad, is 100% on steroids. Like that's just not even a question. His dad is on steroids or some sort of PED. Like that. Maybe I'm thinking. Maybe Maybe his dad maybe gave it to him by accident. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But it is funny that his family flew out to It is objectively funny that his family flew out to Cleveland, watched him get his first career hit on Friday, and Saturday he was pretty much suspended from the league. Like he how do you think he told his parents or his parents found out just like we did? Because that is a very awkward conversation. You walk to your parents' hotel room, listen, guys, thanks for flying in from wherever. I'm done. For the next 60, I'm done for the next 80 games or whatever it is. Like that's a weird conversation to have.
I think he could talk to his mom and she'd understand immediately. She'd be like, "Oh, I understand what you were doing. I didn't know that was banned either." So they probably didn't pay for that, So it's a nice little trip to Cleveland for the
For free.
Martinez family. Yeah, I got nothing else on it. Shitty all around. Don't You got to wait till the end of the year to see if he was any good, and we could have done that during this little stretch, which sucks.
Yeah. It's sad day. It's a bad day. It's just kind of icing on the cake for the weekend. It's like it's just icing on the cake for the weekend. And Elvis, man, I don't know what to say. Just it's gonna be awkward when he comes back. And he's gonna hit a home run this year, I think. I think he's gonna come back and launch because he's allowed to train, they said, right, in Dunedin. Just can't play in games.
Yeah,
Uh
and you can play minor league games, can't you? When you're coming back.
I believe so. Like Tatis did it. But uh well, there's gonna be a fire sale, so at some point they'll probably need him in September, right?
Yeah,
To play.
yeah,
They'll
they'll
probably
probably.
they'll probably need him to play. But the next thing that I didn't want to talk about is, and I just can't get over this truly, Avery. I can't believe Kevin Kiermaier's on this team. I The Jays saw they had a power problem, had a chance to move their best defender to center field in Dalton Varsho, get a corner outfield bat that maybe can't field that great. Fine, fuck it. Who cares about the fielding stuff? And they went out, scrambled, and signed Kevin Kiermaier for $10.5 million. The noodle ass bat for a team that needs offense. I will never truly understand that signing. They're stuck with him now. Who the hell is going to pick that guy up? That's
Yeah,
a
they just
replacement.
so they just doubled down on the we're gonna play the best defense of all time. Um, and you can play good defense, but you're not gonna win any game 0-0. You still got to score a run. That's where this has ended up. The at bats today, man, were something special. I just really every at bat there was the most uncomfortable swing you'd ever seen. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah, it's honestly it's really us as a nation are just hate watching them now. Because it's like how can I hate my life more than I already do watching this team? Let's buckle up and watch them again. I feel terrible for the old guys. Like the old guys that are good, like Bassett has been lights out. 1.5 ERA his last 6 starts. It's like that meme. It's like, I'm doing my part. And it's just like, what the fuck? And honestly, Avery, I talked about this with YJ. It's like Seabass and Richards are really the only consistently good guys on this team, like in the pitching staff wise. Zach Pop kind of got hit around. Tim Mesa has a 7,000 ERA. Henny Cabrera's been whatever. Trevor Richards is old faithful, and every single Seabass start so far, the last 6, I mean, his ERA is 3.6, has been unbelievable. The rest are terrible. Barrios was bad this weekend.
You
Was
know
bad.
what you're gonna get with Barrios, though. Like,
The hard hit balls, yeah.
yeah, like a Barrios start is based on how good the defense is gonna play if the balls are hit at people,
Yeah.
and that's how it goes. So I think Barrios has been consistent based on how things have gone. It's like either the balls are going to get skulled at people or not at people. And that's what you're going to get with Barrios. Strikeouts have dried up as of late, which kind of sucks, but at least I know what I'm getting with him. Gosman, just,
Struggling, man. Struggling, bro.
yeah, really, really weird too. Sucks.
And Kikuchi's back to 2022 form. He's giving up long home runs, walking guys, not really locating that well. It's just
Yeah, he
every
can't he can't find a a clean inning
No,
easily.
he can't.
A clean first inning. That's two starts in a row where he's into what 20 something pitches in the first inning. And like even today it was easy first couple guys out, and then it didn't get easy for him. Fry hit the single to right. Yeah, man. Pitching and defense both were bad this weekend too. Um, and what was until the last inning of, or sorry, the last runs they scored in today's game, every run from them came off a solo home run, I believe,
Yes.
or came off a home run,
All their runs were home runs at one point.
which we've been begging for forever, but they were all solo home
Be
runs.
careful
And
what you wish
one
for.
was a 2-run shot, I think.
Be careful what you wish for, my
I
man.
know I'm not even mad about that. It's just funny that when you lose the games, you finally hit some home runs. Everything here is feeling like a disaster and not not great, man. It's we got a month to find out if this baseball team is going to be together or not. Um, man, like this is the fire sale the best option? Probably sell high on IKF, probably the best option.
IKF's gonna be unreal in Dodger blue, man.
I mean, imagine having IKF and Kike Hernandez. They just do the same thing pretty much. Only one's actually been good this season as well. I'm in a helpless spot. I'm in no man's land. What do you do with this baseball team?
I don't know. I don't know. Like Avery, they're 7 games below 500, buddy.
Yeah.
The biggest number they have been this year, and we are getting awfully close to
No,
that
No,
halfway point.
Johnny. 7 games below 500, and they get a 4 game set with the Yankees this weekend.
Huh? Huh? That should be.
That
I mean,
should go well. Yeah.
that should go well.
And
Usually,
and oh, they get the Red Sox tomorrow, the team that
oh
just swept them.
yeah, yeah, that should be good. The harsh reality is Jay's got to win 55 out of the next 85 games to get to 90. They got to go 55 and 30. I calculated it. That seems like the most near impossible task in the history of this sport. That is harder than hitting 755 home runs to me right now. That is substantially hard. Like, I can't believe we're here. I really can't. And I just want to go back to us in the offseason and just actually, maybe not. I mean, we were just optimistic because we had ball around the corner, I feel like. I feel like in the
I
back of
will
our mind,
I'll never apologize for wanting my team to win baseball games.
we're
Um,
thinking they'd win baseball games, right?
if you place a future on the Blue Jays over win total because I said so, I would like to apologize. Other
Yeah.
than that, I want my team to go over their win total every single time. And I think that's where we come from as fans, not as talking heads. We still break it down a little bit. Yeah, really disappointing. And fuck, are we ever dumb for thinking this team was going
They're
to
so bad.
second
I
in the
hate them.
division?
I hate them. I hate them, Avery. Like, I really, really hate them. When they're putting up 5 runs, they lose because they're pitching and their defense is bad. And then when they put up 2 runs, they have Cy Young on the mound pitching for them. It's like, fuck, man. Like, oh man, it's just there. It's just we're. This is the lowest point I think in Gate 14 history. Like this has to be right.
Yo, oh yeah, every game we go deeper below 500 is the worst it's ever been for us.
Yeah, it's
We're gonna
just.
we're gonna need to learn to do fun things with it.
Well, the vlog was great. I thank you to everyone that watched the vlog. By the way, 11,000 views and counting right now, just buzzing. People love the in-person stuff we do. That's just what's something we're gonna have to do more of, which is fine. We go to games anyways. We can just make them
Yeah.
fun. Next goal is to sit in the cut corner. That would be funny.
That's
Sit
the
right behind
chair right behind
the pole.
yeah, right behind the pole on the third baseline. 2 seats right behind a pole.
Bright side, with this team being really bad, we could probably get premium seats right behind the plate at some point for cheaper.
Yep.
That could be a thing.
Do you want to talk about what that guy said to you
Which guy?
on Twitter about the vlog?
Oh yeah, I've been going to that. I okay. My mentions are a goddamn landfill of just sometimes majority positive, but every once in a while a little rat weasel slips through the fucking cracks and gets to me. Someone was complaining that we were poor shaming the 500s. We're just vlogging an experience of what it's like to sit in the highest row behind a light pole. By the way, you can get tickets and way better views for probably cheaper on SeatGeek, no free ads.
Yeah,
But
no, I paid like 49 American dollars for two of those. You could definitely do better
exactly.
than what we did.
But yeah, I think he was. I don't know if he was trolling. Maybe he was, but it was just the dumbest take, and that's what Twitter. It's not a real place. People coming up with those takes to me is like, whatever. Just fucking just have at it. Like there's no helping you. There's really
Yeah.
no helping you.
The
Because
funniest thing you ever said, I
uh,
like doing. I didn't put this one out on the internet. I sent it to our group chat because it was so funny. Of, um, telling the guy that he was too stupid to have an argument with, but you spelt the wrong too. I wasn't there to dunk on you. It wasn't my battle to pick. It wasn't about, I know I was involved, but it
and
wasn't
he
about
should have done it. He should have
I
done it. He
know.
had
And
me on
you
the
spelt
ropes.
two the wrong way. I sent it to the guys. Like, this is quite literally the funniest part of the whole interaction.
He
But
had me on the
it's
ropes.
gotta be, it's clickbait, man. The worst seats, like, people clicked on it. That was the point of that. If you can only afford seats in the 500s, there is good views for you in the 500s. And if you can only sit in the top row, I'm sorry for making fun of it.
That
That
wasn't making fun. That
that
was an
wasn't that
experimental
wasn't the
thing.
point of it. Yeah.
Were we making fun of rich people? We were sitting in the like what are we doing? What are we talking about?
We quite literally couldn't see half the field. That was
We
the
couldn't
issue.
see pop-ups to center field. That's the entire point of the video. Like, shut up. But yeah, that
I
vlog,
like doing that type of stuff.
it's so easy too. Like it's especially with the
Well,
phone.
it's like pretty easy. I
Yeah. We don't like I mean, it'd be cool to have an editing team,
That would be awesome.
but it would all like the turnaround wouldn't be as nearly as fast. We had an editing team.
No, no, correct.
Exactly. Like,
I just gotta put some fucking music on and just get shit done. And that's what happens.
yeah,
And then
throw the headphones on.
and then the arrow, Cam Law,
I
the best
want to
the best graphic designer in the world. I love that guy. I didn't even know he did that. It was
I want to
so
apologize to Gate 14 Nation because I probably have said on this podcast at a certain point that we'll never be arrow guys. We'll never scoop to that low and just be like clickbait merchants. I I saw it at the wedding I was at. I was fuming in anger when I saw an arrow in the thumbnail after we posted. I was like, motherfucker, I never want to do this. It's such a lazy thing to add to
wasn't but
thumbnails.
brother,
It's
let me tell you that the click-through rate shows that it works, and that's a reason why a certain other group does it every video.
I just hate the fucking arrows. Why are they there? Like, oh my god, man. When I saw it at the
But you
wedding,
saw it before too. It was sent to you before,
yeah,
and
I know. I never even noticed it to
I
be
didn't
honest with
notice
you.
it either too. It was really,
I
really
was
funny.
so mad there was an arrow. Like I was fuming
Cam
at.
rocks. Cam is very talented.
No,
I
yeah,
will never
Cam's the man. But when I saw that arrow, I immediately just went to a dark place, and I was like, we're clickbait merchants now.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
mean,
we
hey,
are.
hey, that's we're gonna have to make money because we're not gonna be streaming the games anymore. So,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. No Friday beers, but I got a new vintage tee by the way.
who's on there? You're covering up the middle.
Wait,
Nice. This is good radio. Toronto's Power Company. Who are those chaps?
Joe Carter,
Yep.
John Olerud,
Yep.
and oh, Paul Molitor, I think. Yeah, Paul Molitor, John Olerud, and Joe Carter is on this shirt. I also have another one on the way. I just have like 8 Blue Jays vintage tees now. Shout out
Yeah.
Vintage Instincts or shout out uh Throwback Vault in Toronto on Queen Street. They have like a pretty decent amount of these Jays vintage tarps. I was gonna buy more, but I was like, I can't do
All
that.
right. Who's on this baseball team next month?
Do they go 500 over the next month and they just like stay mid?
You've watched this team. You think they go
Yeah, but
five?
okay, if they go 500 and they're 7 games below 500 midway to the end of July, it is. I only think the Buffalo boys are on this team. I think they try to find a way. Well, no one's taking the George Springer contract. Let's make that clear. No one's taking the
No.
George Springer contract. Someone will take Kevin Kiermaier. It'll be for a
Yes.
player to be named later, probably, or it might be actually for
A 30-year-old prospect you haven't.
yeah, a 30-year-old prospect with a 6.6 ERA. But Kevin Kiermaier is probably gone. Let's make that clear. Kevin Kiermaier, I think Unfortunately, I think Gossman could be one of those guys that's gone too, right? You think what do you think about that?
Well, if you're getting rid of your team, he's one of your best assets that could get you the best return.
Because he has a couple years left. Yeah, I think
He's got
Gossman.
he's got 2 years after this, right?
Yeah. I hate to say this because he's one of our good buddies. Bassett gets you so much.
Yeah. Gosman gets you more because of the year,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man. Like there's what would the starting lineup be if post trade deadline for this team?
I think that Paisan in AAA, who's raking right now, would be up probably.
Yeah, Riley Terada.
Riley Terada. Oh, this is sad, man. We got lapped by the Baltimore Orioles. We got lapped. The Baltimore Orioles made the playoffs 2016. Jays, obviously the famous walk-off from Edwin Encarnacion. And they rebuilt, went into poverty, were literal laughing stock of baseball. The Jays went for it, got signed big guys in the offseason, and now they are significantly worse than the Baltimore Orioles. They legit got lapped. They got lapped by the Baltimore Orioles.
They did.
They got lapped by a team that went through like a 5-year rebuild, Avery. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I don't know where you go from here, but I don't know how much I trust Ross Atkins to do a rebuild for this team.
Yeah, that's the thing we had been talking about before. It's yeah. I mean, I probably don't want Ross doing the rebuild. I think they
I
keep.
know.
I think they keep Mark. He's at like Mark Shapiro's done good things for this team in his position. All the renovations, people are still at the yard. The player development complex has been a big hit. People love that.
Besides the developing players part, yeah, but
No, the complex is nice. The workers there might not be great.
it's like a 5-star restaurant with like the worst employees
Yeah,
to
they
ever
have
walk
me
the
and you in
planet.
the back of the kitchen
Yeah,
working.
that's what it is. It's unbelievable. I Mark probably does stay. Is it going to be tough for him to part ways with his boy, his best friend, Ross Atkins? Ross Atkins has not done essentially fuck all for this organization besides sign pretty. I mean, he landed Gossman, landed Bassett, fine. But looking back on it, he spent hundreds of millions of dollars for 0 playoff wins. And that's what it is at the end of the day. You could
Yeah,
talk about
that's just a cold hard. That's the truth.
that's the
That's the
truth.
facts.
That's the truth. That's the facts. Ross Atkins put his dick on the table, spent hundreds of millions of Rogers money. Poor Rogers. I stand with corporations, and has 0 playoff wins to show for it. You could talk about, oh, but they made the playoffs 3 of the last 4. Shut the fuck up.
No, I'm
Shut up.
I'm there. I'm there with that. You can't win the World Series if you don't get to the playoffs. So he built a team. Like their playoff series lasted two
Bare
game series,
minimum.
two game series, but they were better at over 162 for 2 seasons. But at the end of the day, you didn't win a single playoff game.
Yeah.
Just how it is.
The harsh reality of it. And clearly, what wins in the playoffs is you kind of got to be at a hot streak. And the Toronto Blue Jays kind of back to back of those seasons. Besides 2022, maybe they didn't really limp in. Last year, let's call it what it is. Avery. They limped into the playoffs last year. They clinched the playoff spot the second last day of the season. That the second last day of the season. The year before, home field advantage, great. Blew an 8-1 lead, got worked. Uh, it's an unsuccessful tenure for Ross Atkins, and I want him, I hate to say it, out of my fucking face. I want him out of my face. I really do. I want him out of my face.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the GM market and who's available. Um, just some point you need change, man. In player development, you need change probably. Um, if you want a whole new crew coming in there, if there's a new GM, there'll be new player development guys, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
tough. Today sucks, man. Today really sucks. And you don't even get a day to think about it. You get the Red Sox who are a week.
Just won 2 or 3. They've won five, or sorry, they've won 7 out of their last.
Oh my God, we have Hauk tomorrow too.
They've won 7 out of their last 9, Avery, the Red Sox. They took 2 of 1 from the Reds this weekend. They took 2 of 1 from the Yankees the weekend before, and they swept the Jays.
Man, that would be sick.
I would kill to do that, dude. I would kill to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but I don't even really want to talk about game to game, to be honest, dude. There's not really much to say. I mean, George Springer got
No, I'll say one thing. I chirped Vladdy. Sorry, it wasn't a chirp. There was a stat. Vladdy hadn't had an extra base hit against a fastball all season. Two of them things this weekend. Two home runs. That was awesome to see. Spencer Horwitz is
oh,
5 times the player I thought he was. And the fact that he's hitting home runs, the only thing I had against what his profile had said he was, what a goddamn baseball player, man. Playing some decent second base as well. Made some good plays today.
I think, well, Spencer Horwitz, let's make this clear, has a higher slugging percentage than Springer has an OPS. Uh, he is,
And
I'm gonna
IKF
rely on
had
this, Bill Avery, and maybe you could talk me off this. But right now, he is the one of the only hitters or the few hitters I trust the most on the Toronto Blue Jays. When Spencer Horwitz is at the plate, he hashtag battles. Every count seems to get to 3-2. Great at bat against Emmanuel Clase in the ninth today, by the way. 12 pitch walk. It's one of the best closers in baseball. Uh, he is unbelievable. He is what he gives you the little glimpse of hope. Like, all right, if the Jays don't extend Vladdy, we kind of got this guy waiting in the crosshairs who fucking rocks and just plays baseball the right way. He's
Yeah, and
unbelievable.
he's really really cheap right now, so you could
Yeah.
get a platoon. I believe it was BK again showed us his lefty righty splits. Like you could find right left hand masher somewhere who's going to hit left hand pitching. Sorry, he has been awesome, man. And again, to see him hit home runs has been special. So big ups to Spencer Horwitz from this
Yeah.
series.
It's I mean he is so much better than the veterans on this team. It's insane. It blows
But
my
that
mind.
that's the thing you and I need to chat about because you're the fuck prospects, but then we trot out the oldest lineup that baseball's ever seen every day. So it's like,
Yeah, I kind of contradict myself
what
a
do you
little
really
bit here.
want, Johnny June to?
Yeah, I kind of contradict myself here, I guess you could say. Uh but it's a tough spot to be in, man. It's just it's sad. George Springer is just unserious, Avery. We say this every fucking week.
But
He
no,
is
he's trying to be serious. It's just it's not going his way. It's not even close to going his way at this point. I I will not chirp John Schneider quotes about him saying George Springer's close.
what the people getting mad about the John Schneider quotes. Do you expect John Schneider to just say, "Yeah, man, Springer's cooked. He sucks." What do you
It's
expect, John Schneider? The people that get mad about the manager quotes of players struggling, give me a break.
it's the
I'm
most obvious coach speak of all time.
easily, easily. It's just like, what do you want him to say? If he is speaking about like the units of teams, right? Like if he's speaking about like our offense is bad, sure, he'll say that, but he's not going to individually call out a guy that they're paying 50 million for, because then that makes Ross Atkins look like a fool, which he might be. But
I think you can do that at times if things are kind of going well for your team and one guy's not performing. I think that's a kind of a safer place to do it. When your whole team kind of sucks right now, you're just alienating yourself and getting the players to hate you if you start calling them out and the team is just playing bad as a full unit as well.
it's essentially the end of you if you do that. Like you lose the locker room, right? Like it's a tough, weird spot to be in, and if I was John Schneider, I'd probably say George Springer's cooked because he is. But it's I don't know what fans expect him to say. I really don't. It's just it's a weird spot for John Schneider to be in. I'm not going to get mad at him for saying George Springer's right there. I'm not. It's
No,
like,
we know John Schneider's been around baseball. He knows George Springer's not right there. He knows things are going poorly as well.
yeah, he's not. I mean, John Schneider's not the brightest bulb. Obviously, he had George Springer, but what is unexcusable is hitting George Springer in the 4 hole on Saturday.
Yeah, yeah.
That is inexcusable.
Yeah.
Hitting George Springer in the 4 hole in the big 2024 blows my mind to no proportion. Like, especially when you have Davis Schneider hitting in the 8 hole like Davis Schneider was today. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing hitting that guy in the goddamn four hole? What? It doesn't benefit him.
No,
He's
does
not a
not.
power hitter.
I can't disagree with you. It's not that doesn't make sense either. Remember, we were worried about him hitting leadoff for the
Yeah, but
first two
let's move on
months.
to the four hole though.
Yeah, I
Oh, it's so
I
funny.
got nothing, man. Watching the Guardians play baseball, knowing that they have the first overall pick, is fucking insane to me.
Some teams just have it all, brother, and that is one of them. The Guardians. Just looking at this weekend series. You got Josh Naylor, who rocks, who
Yeah.
is like a motherfucker to play against and hits baseballs to the literal moon, Avery. And you also have Jose Ramirez, by the way. Ever heard of him? He rocks. You know who you also have, Avery? You got Stephen Kwan, who's hitting
Oh,
fucking,
Stephen Kwan hitting 7 home runs makes me sick to my stomach.
and he's hitting 400. No one's got it better than the Cleveland Guardian boys, man. I mean, you're in the Central, which is a make believe division, and you're also like everyone rakes. Every single one rakes. Oh, and by the way, you got
Oh
the
yeah,
best bullpen in baseball too. Yeah, ever heard of that?
yeah. Sam Hentges. I remember we saw him when we went to the
Playoff game.
Guardians Yankees game. He
Yeah,
came in a big spot. I was like, who is this massive human? And he's been really good. And then you have Clase, and then guys like Daniel Schneemann are out there just doing it big. And they have
yeah,
random people hitting as their DH because they can't find one right now. And
and they're
David
still
Fry
good.
is hitting three something. It's yeah, that was a tough pill again to swallow with the Guardians, and now you get the Red Sox again this weekend.
I've decided I will be latching onto a prospect. I just did my research right now. I want everyone to go to this guy's Insta and comment the future. ND Godwin 9. He plays in Vancouver, seventh round draft pick out of I believe K State. Yeah, K State, a little Midwest lad. Everyone comment under his thing, the future. The future. He has 8 bombs right now in Vancouver, 8 bombs and 196 at bats, 746 OPS. The average 224. He's a little middle infielder that hits the long ball. Why not? Let's gravitate to Nick Goodwin, huh?
All right.
ND Goodwin 9 on Insta's his name. Let's pump this guy's tires. Let's call him the future. I just picked him. It was a random guy, but he gives me a guy that will call up in like 3 years and be like, "Oh, all right, yeah, this guy kind of hits a couple home runs." But, yeah, it's just it's the thing. It's looking down. It's looking down. But we were talking about this, Avery. Out of all the vets you can trade, who gets you the most back? Because Bo Bichette not hitting great. Vladdy, he's doing what he's doing. He's our little Luis Arias right now, but he's starting to hit little fly balls, right?
He had 2 home runs this weekend.
I know. That's what I'm saying. No, Avery, I'm
Okay,
right there with
okay.
you. I'm right there with you. But
Yeah.
uh, you got Gossman, right? Who gets you the most back right now? And do not say I can't say Bo Bichette. I can't. As much as I love Bo, he's not going to get the maximum amount of money for like right
No,
now.
Vlad gets you the most back. Name value, playing pretty well.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a no-brainer. Vlad gets you
Okay.
the most back.
Yeah.
Um, Gosman, like if there's a simple fix you see for, I don't think he's cooked at all.
Me neither.
I think it's just an elbow thing that's gone on for the rest of the year. Like Eric Swanson, Gosman, both elbow forearm stuff derailed their whole season after that. I don't want Gosman to go.
Me neither.
Um, yeah, I think there's it's an easy. We see him first couple starts next season, and it's like okay, we know Kevin Gosman is that good. So yeah, I think Vlad just gets you the most back for sure.
Yeah, and the name, right? The
Exactly.
name. Yeah. This is my thing. I tweeted this. I want the Blue Jays to just trade them all in one day. Rip the Band-Aid off. I don't want
Yeah,
to have to deal with just like
because if they trade IKF first, you don't even know what they're doing. Because
yeah.
I guess you could start to say that it's the fire sale, but IKF that's just like a great sell high piece if you want to for the future. IKF's winning a World Series this year probably.
Yeah.
Um, Next year probably not because if you stink this year, everyone's gone. So just sell high on IKF. I don't want him to be the first to go. If you're gonna trade Vladdy, make him the first you trade.
Would you be okay if the Jays just extended Vladdy and did fire sale all around? But I don't think Vladdy would be happy with it. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
You think so? Just do
Yeah.
Vladdy and then just have the Buffalo boys around him, like Horwitz, Schneidzy, all those guys.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
I also have a problem with the mismanagement. I know we're a little biased here with Ernie Clement, but Ernie Clement was the best hitter on the Blue Jays the last 30 days, highest weighted runs created plus, like we talked about last podcast, and the Jays sat him back to back days. Where are you at with that? I think that was kind of dumb.
Um, so who were the matchups when he sat? Was it the Carrasco Friday, Lively Saturday?
Yeah. Carrasco,
Or no, he played one of those days. Or did he?
he pinch hit one of the
Okay.
days, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think those are crazy tough matchups for him to sit at too.
Carrasco punched out 5 guys in a row on Friday.
I know that was crazy.
That was just fuck. It's oh my god, Avery. Like
I don't know like Ernie just hasn't been a play a ton guy that because they're trying to get Barger more at bats and trying to get some of the young guys in, so it sucks. But like it's obvious what they're trying to do.
we are at the point right now. I prefer Addison Barger playing every day over George Springer. Okay. I prefer I prefer Ernie Clement playing every day. Actually, who would his matchup be? I'm not sure if there's even a matchup there anymore. Davis Schneider playing, Horwitz playing. Give me all those guys playing, Avery. Give me all those guys playing. I George
I know
Springer
they haven't done a full young guys lineup yet. And
yeah, they haven't.
I would like that to happen at some point here
Yeah,
soon.
yeah. They haven't done that at all. Not a singular time. Sad.
Yep.
Sad.
It is.
We're
We got a bunch of questions.
okay, let's go into some questions.
I'll scroll through these 86 responses on Twitter today. How Jay's the first one. Should I cancel my trip to Boston tomorrow?
Probably.
Yeah, don't go, dude. It's not gonna go.
Honestly, you probably should. I mean, let's just call it what it is, Avery. That's an expensive trip in the first place. Boston is not cheap.
We almost did that
We
too.
almost did that. It's not cheap. I am just saying pump the brakes. I
Oh,
probably wouldn't go personally.
oh
If
my
it's a true
God.
circle, I wouldn't
Is
go.
Seattle the series after the Yankees too?
I believe so. Yeah, like July 4th weekend, I want to say.
Oh, never mind. There's another team. Who's here for Canada today? I'll do
Go.
that now. Yankees are next. And they have Astros who are heating up.
Yeah, who just
Perfect.
beat I believe they just won a series against
They're
the
38 and 40 now.
they just won a series against the Orioles.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Sweep. Swept the Orioles.
Yeah, swept the Orioles.
Ah, perfect timing to see the famously nothing bad has happened against the Astros so far this season. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. From Mr. Bassett here. If there was one baseball item, bat, glove, jersey, socks that you could get from any Blue Jay player, who would it be from and what would be the item?
Uh
I would like the Jose Batista bat flip. That's an easy
okay.
one.
Yeah.
Um, Other than that, man,
Yeah, I
I'm not a big collectible guys because I'm just
maybe the iPod Bassett broke last year. I don't know.
I think when people get the lineup cards, the big ones, I think those are cool.
Yeah, those
So
are cool.
so maybe a big lineup card from a certain game.
Yeah,
I don't know the one baseball item that I'd like.
me neither. Yeah, I'm not sure. I probably the Jose Batista bat's the easy one. I think I think it'd probably be between that or the Edwin Encarnacion one too is awesome, right? Like that was a pretty cool moment. But other than that, yeah, I don't really know what else I would pick.
Maybe a Doc or the Roy Halladay Nike gloves that he used to have. I thought
Yes,
was really cool because you couldn't easily get Nike gloves when we
yeah,
were growing up. So I think a Doc Nike glove would be cool to have in the collection.
I think, yeah, even the lineup card for that Jays game that Joey Bats walked off would be cool.
Yep. Yep. Um, which could the Jays more likely pull off without looking any worse than they usually do? playing Johnny at one bag, hitting in the 9 spot, or giving Avery 1 inning of relief?
I think your velo would throw some guys off.
I'd,
I
I'd be a
really do.
position. I'd be a position player pitching.
Yeah.
Happens
I
all
think
the time.
I think your velo would throw some guys off. I think you would have a better chance, obviously, than me. I,
Yeah.
I would I would play a mean first base. I could fucking pick it and play defense at first like none other. But I think you on the mound is way more realistic, where you'd at least maybe get through an inning. I
What
think
did
you get through.
I think I hit 70 with my shoulders just not even hanging on at all.
Yeah.
My labrum, but yeah, I think I could slow it down, get down to like 58, and I could get a couple people out. So I think that's um, really good. How do we pin a crime on Don Mattingly and get him sent to prison?
Hmm. Uh, listen, I don't know how much of a influence he has in this locker room. We talk about this all the time, but ever since he got here, they've been fucking dog shit. Like
They've been,
what else do you
but they
say?
also, since he's gotten here, they acquired players like who were primarily defense guys.
Yeah, yeah. I can't believe they ran it back with just the defense first, Avery. They
And pitching, they have the oldest team in the world, and it's like, yeah, everyone's going to be
I
healthy.
can't
And bullpen,
believe
no
they
bullpen changes. So bullpens are fake, as YJ's likes to say. Pitching depth is fake. The team would be fucked if they didn't sign Yariel Rodriguez. Insanely fucked.
Yeah, yeah. What's another question?
Do you think the front office will be scared to sell the deadline, as that effectively ends the Atkins and Shapiro era?
Yeah.
Well,
I
they're baseball guys. They know what's coming. The quotes today, they said he was really disappointing. It's, you either let them do the rebuild and sell it now, or you make a change.
and you can't change front office guys midway through the season. I've never heard of a GM. There are probably instances where it's happened, but
Yeah,
I've never heard of a GM getting canned halfway through the year.
I'm sure.
It,
I'm sure it happened. I
it's
don't.
rare though. It's very rare.
Yeah. Is this rock bottom, or is the pain going to get worse?
We keep thinking it's worse, Avery. Like I thought the Red Sox sweep was rock bottom, brother. I didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. We did call the sweep though this weekend. We did call it.
Yeah,
We
that was
called the sweep.
obvious. We'll do it again here soon. Do you think at this point there's some pressure coming from the corporate ownership onto the front office and the team?
100%. I'm not a business guy, but if I am one of the chairmen of Rogers and I'm looking at my use of assets and I'm looking at Kevin Kiermaier for $10.5 million, it's a lot of money. $10.5 million is a fuck ton of money. And the guy's hitting 180 and honestly, not even really being that good defensively. He's not insane defensively anymore. I know he won the Gold Glove last year, but if I'm the chairman or one of the board of directors for Rogers, I'm saying, why the fuck did we sign this guy for $10.5 million? Oh, and George Springer, who has $50 million left over the last 2 seasons. Why the hell did we do that one? Also, that's what I'm saying. It's it's sad, but Justin Turner has turned a leaf. He's looked great past week or so, but other than that, though, it's like the IKF one was a steal. That's about it. That's the only good signing they've done in the offseason.
Uh, and steal might be the wrong words, because they paid him a good amount of money
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
they did.
It was a good signing, and
Yeah,
they're getting about probably the value out of his contract. What song best describes the season so far?
Pain by 3 Days Grace.
Yeah, really good one there, John. If we could get busted for banned substances, which substance would it be and why? I'd go like old school steroids.
Yeah, just classic Jose Canseco steroids.
Yeah, like something that once I got busted for it, people would look at me and say, "You're an idiot for thinking you could get away with it." And I was just like, maybe their practices had been so advanced that they can't get the old school stuff anymore. Just
Yeah,
like, yeah, just as bad as it could be.
yeah. This is I. Avery actually brought this up. Me and Avery are thinking about doing a cycle of what Orelvis Martinez did.
To see if it makes you insanely stronger.
Yes, we will do a test run of it. I think. I don't know though. I mean, Avery could have a kid at some point here. We don't know. You might have to let
I,
Emma know you're taking that.
yeah,
But
no, I'm not ready for it for a child. That's for sure. Uh I don't even know what to say. It's a lot of the same stuff here. I appreciate all of you guys for asking. Oh, good one here. Is it time to acquire Bradley Zimmer due to the farm system being depleted?
That's something that has to get asked. If Dalton Varsho is out, they said he should be okay. I think they didn't put him on the IL. Do we reunite with the Zim bomb to make the fans happy? I know that'll make our fans happy.
Yep.
I know that'll make a certain
Well,
pretty
the
big
Red
part of
Sox
this.
have him right now, right?
Yeah, trade him.
And they're doing pretty well.
Kevin Kiermaier for Bradley Zimmer.
Straight up. I like that.
Straight up deal.
Will you be using Scarlett to bet on games?
No. She's 1-1. She called it today. Great job, Scarlett. But yeah, no, she called it today. She nailed it. Right when she went to my left and picked up that left treat, I was like, oh, we're fucked. We are fucked. She is
I
fucked.
really wanted her to be wrong so I could call her an idiot again. Numbers. Which fast food mascot do we need to throw out the first pitch to turn things around?
Tim Horton. I say we Oh my, oh my God. All right, I was offside.
Johnny. That's insane.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that was so fucking dumb, dude.
That's on me.
All right.
That's on me.
Rest in peace to Tim. Um, Someone asked what we do for a living outside of the pod. We work in sports.
Owner's box.
Yep, we get
I
to
still
do
can't
that.
believe I said that.
Why can't we have nice things?
We've been spoiled as Toronto fans. We've had tons of championships over the last
We've won a lot of divisions since we've been alive, John.
Yeah, let me reiterate this. I might clip this. We talk about the Jays like we are so dumb for being Jays fans. Let's make this as clear as possible. We have seen one division title, Avery, in our entire lifetime. I am 27 years old. Avery's 26, turning 27 this year. We have seen a singular one, Uno division title in the last 27 years. The Orioles went through an entire rebuild, died, came back to life, and have the same amount of division titles as we have over the last 27 fucking years. It blows my mind. We're sad. You and I, we're just we're pathetic losers. We're just perennial losers.
We knew that. We knew that. That's not news to us, though.
Yeah.
When do we start rioting in the stands like soccer fans?
I don't think. Listen, Jays fans are too conservative. We give standing ovations to players that come back and hit home runs off us. So I don't think that's ever going to happen in the near future.
Yeah, a lot of the same thing. Who gets fired? Don Mattingly's son or Tony La Russa daughter?
I go Elvis mode. Try to have another kid.
Tony La Russa has a championship, does he not?
Yeah, World Series champ. Donnie Baseball hasn't won a World Series ever.
That can't be true.
I made that up. I don't know if that's true.
We can look. Is it true?
He's gonna have a World Series, right? I'm pretty sure the Yankees sucked when he was there.
Okay. Don Mattingly World Series. Definitely not as a coach, right?
No.
Managerial record. He won the Manager of the Year 1 year.
Let's see accomplishments, career highlights. Yep, Don Mattingly has never won a World Series.
Nice, dude.
He is cursed. He is a cursed human being.
He's
hasn't won World Series.
Hasn't won shit ever.
Yeah, I mean, 3-time Silver Slugger, 9-time Gold Glove, 6-time All-Star, AL MVP, AL batting champion. But yeah,
how many times do you think he's been ejected in 12 years as a manager?
50.
38. Pretty good. He has less than a 500 record as a manager.
This is the thing about Donnie Baseball. Donnie Baseball I want the coach for my team to be a former dog shit baseball player, because that means they have watched games from the club, from the dugout. They know how the game functions. You can't have guys that had good careers be coaches. Brandon Hyde, great manager, probably a terrible baseball player at some point. Who's the Yankee manager? Aaron Boone, big home run, kind of poverty his entire career. Not that great of a player. Alex Cora, yeah, I mean, not that great of a player. You can't be a legend and be a good coach.
That's why Wayne Gretzky. Hey, look at us go.
Wayne Gretzky was a terrible, terrible hockey coach, and he's the best ever. Connor McDavid would probably be a terrible coach too. Same with Sidney Crosby.
They just see the game differently.
That's the first problem. You can't have good players be coaches. It has to be guys that sucked and watched it from the dugout. That's where I'm at. But
yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what else we could talk about. This is sad. This is really, really sad.
What are you looking forward to in the next week? I have an easy answer. Next Monday off. That's going to fucking rock.
Yeah. Again, the pay period, I don't understand. Do we get paid Friday then, technically?
What? Oh. Yeah, I think
I still
so.
try to understand pay periods. Like, just make it every fucking other Friday.
Remember you chirped me for not liking getting paid every day? You're an idiot for that. I still think that's a great take.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think someone let me know in the comments if it's with the Monday, the first off. I read it online because I was trying to figure it out. I was like, how does this work? Because I
think we get paid Friday.
Yeah, we get paid Friday. I think it is. Let us know. But yeah, just the vibes are an all-time low. The loser posting has been at an all-time high, which is obviously right. I missed, and the only season we can look back on where we had the most fun was a season that didn't even make the playoffs. Again, perennial losers we are. We're perennial losers. That team was oh my god.
Yeah, we keep trying to go back to 2021. Didn't make playoffs.
Yeah, we keep going back to it. But I would say this. I'd rather root for a team that sucks but just launches home runs like no one's business. Sorry. Call me an idiot. I would root for a team that is bad like they are right now, but everyone has like 15 to 25 home runs. Like, it's just, you got Paul DeJong hitting home runs. Like, that's where I'm at. Paul DeJong, by the way, might be the one that got away. He'd be leading this team in home runs by a fuck ton right now.
Yeah. Paul DeJong just wanted to play for a team not in the race. That was perfect for him, Chicago.
Yeah.
And he's going to get traded to the Diamondbacks or something and
be terrible.
Yeah. He's in a great spot for what he needs right now.
Yeah. I guess now all we can really do is just kind of shift our attention to being just hate watching the Yankees. I mean, the Orioles looked bad this weekend too. They got swept, but I don't know where I'm at, man. It's like we made fun of the Astros. Now they're 2 games below 500. Man, I would kill to be 2 games below 500 right now. The Jays are 7 games below 500, so it's bad. But again, don't let this team affect your week. We got a long weekend coming up, man. Enjoy the long weekend that's coming up. Just grind through the work week. Watch the Euros. By the way, big game for Italy tomorrow against Croatia. Gotta win. But yeah, just enjoy your week, man. Like, just enjoy the week. Go on a date, rendezvous, whatever the fuck that place is called. Take someone there. Watch the Oilers game. And best of luck to our Alberta peeps. I mean, loyal to the Oilers. Bring a championship to Canada. Why not? But that's all I really have to say. Thank you to everyone for the support, man. It's been crazy. Especially going to Paris, Texas, and it's again, or going to the bars. It's an all-time tire pump getting people asking you for pictures. So you love to see it, and we'll keep churning out content for you guys. The vlogs, stupid shit.
Draft time soon. I will promise to get out some draft stuff. Couple draft targets I think the Jays should go after, and then we'll break down whoever the Jays draft in the first round of video from that. So I'm going to keep doing stuff. We're going to keep doing stuff no matter what. Try and find a way to make this fun for everyone still in what is a year most would like to forget somehow. We're going to keep working for you.
And the other thing, Alto is going to step in for me for the 999 challenge. We talked about doing a video like that. I don't know if you actually even committed to it, but Alto said he wants to go toe-to-toe against you in the 999.
Okay.
I think that would be more fun. I have a baby stomach. I can't eat as much as other people, and I also would probably die after the 3rd inning. But that would be a good video. We're gonna be pumping stuff out. Don't you worry. Gate 14 will still be there. We'll be doing these challenges. Maybe we'll come up with our own challenge. But love you guys, man. Have a great week. Hopefully next time we're talking to you, some of our listeners have a Stanley Cup championship under their belt. Huh? Why not? We'll see you guys tomorrow on stream. Tune in. Let's make it a little bit better and just come shoot the shit with the boys, man. Love you guys. Gate 14 forever. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the YouTube, and smile. That's all I can really say. Love you guys.
Yeah.